Daytona is set to celebrate its 60th anniversary in 2023, which makes it a significant year for the brand. Although Rolex's plans are unknown, it wouldn't be surprising to see a new and exclusive Daytona model being unveiled. The Rolex Daytona is a sports chronograph watch manufactured by Rolex. It was first introduced in 1963, and it was designed for professional racing drivers to measure their elapsed time and calculate average speed. The watch was named after the famous Daytona International Speedway in Florida, USA. Over the years, the Rolex Daytona has become a highly sought-after timepiece, and it is known for its classic and timeless design. The watch has been worn by many celebrities, including actors, musicians, and athletes. One of the most famous owners of the Rolex Daytona is actor and racing driver Paul Newman. He was often seen wearing a Daytona with a white dial, which is now known as the Paul Newman Daytona. Other celebrities who have been spotted wearing a Rolex Daytona include musician Eric Clapton, actor Brad Pitt, and singer John Mayer. Actor and racing driver Patrick Dempsey is also a big fan of the Rolex Daytona, and he has been seen wearing the watch both on and off the racetrack. Tennis player Roger Federer is another famous owner of the Daytona, and he has been seen wearing the watch at many tennis tournaments. In addition to these celebrities, many other famous figures have been seen wearing a Rolex Daytona, including racing driver Dan Gurney, musician Elvis Presley. Now, if you're considering buying a Daytona watch this year, next year, or in the future, we have some important points to keep in mind while you wait for any new developments. Let's start with the basics. The truth is that purchasing these watches at retail is nearly impossible. There is an overwhelming demand for them, and despite Rolex producing around 1 million watches annually, only a small fraction of those are Daytonas. These watches are reserved for authorized dealers worldwide, and many end up on the gray market, sold at inflated prices by non-affiliated dealers. As a result, even with declining prices for Daytonas, they continue to sell for twice their retail value on the gray market. If you speak with industry veterans, they will tell you that this was not always the case. Decades ago, AD struggled to sell Daytonas, but today, they sell out before they even make it to the display case. Recently, Rolex launched their certified pre-owned program, which allows individuals to sell their watches back to the brand, and authorized dealers can sell inspected CPO Rolexes that are at least 3 years old. However, it's unclear how this will affect the secondary and gray markets, but it's expected that the CPO Daytonas will be priced considerably higher than the market average. Now, let's delve into a bit of the past. In October 2017, a significant shift occurred when a Paul Newman Daytona was put up for auction at Phillips in New York. It wasn't just any Paul Newman Daytona. It was the one owned by the famous actor himself, complete with a customized caseback. The sale price of $17 million set a new record for the highest amount paid for a wristwatch at the time, causing a frenzy among enthusiasts. Although there are rumors that a particular celebrity won the bid, the truth is unknown. Regardless, that moment was a turning point for the watch market, particularly for vintage watches and the Rolex Daytona. It made waves in the watch community and beyond, sparking the watch investment trends of recent years. Even though the value of modern Daytonas has stabilized in the secondary and gray markets, rare vintage Daytonas are still commanding exorbitant prices. Let's review some key dates in the Daytona timeline for point number 4 out of 5. This way, even if you dislike the video, you can walk away with new knowledge. The Rolex Daytona had a 36.5mm case, a modified Valjoux 72 manually wound movement, and a price of around $200 in the past. While there were pre-Daytonas from Rolex, we'll begin with the year Daytona appeared on the dial. In 1988, Rolex changed the Daytona's movement to a modified Zenith Al Primero automatic chronograph movement, increased the case size to 40 mm, and swapped acrylic bezels for all steel bezels. These Zenith Daytonas are valuable, and the use of the Al Primero movement in the watch saved Zenith. In 2000, Rolex substituted the Zenith movement with their own caliber 4130, creating the first in-house Rolex Daytona, the Daytona Rev 116520. In 2016, Rolex launched the Rev 116500 LN, the first Daytona with a Sarachrome bezel. This remains the same steel Daytona reference made by Rolex 7 years later. This brings us to the last date, 2023, an anniversary year with an uncertain future for the current reference 116500 LN. If you have any predictions about what sort of Daytona we may see this year, let us know in the comments below. For our final point in this What You Need to Know video, we will provide a brief guide to purchasing a modern Daytona. We will examine the current production of Daytonas and compare them to their counterparts. The more affordable Daytonas on Chrono 24 are typically two-tone. The Zenith Daytona 16520 and the fully in-house 116520 are available for around $16,000 to $17,000, with higher prices for better conditions, original packaging, and documents. The full steel 116520 starts at approximately $20,000. Generally, black dial models are less expensive than white ones. The current generation 116500 LN with a ceramic bezel starts to become available on the secondary market for around $26,000, with white dials being more expensive. After that, prices skyrocket when it comes to vintage Daytonas, such as the previously mentioned references, and precious metal versions in white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, and platinum. As we wrap up our video about the history and popularity of the Rolex Daytona watch, we hope you found the information both informative and entertaining. Now, we want to know, which celebrity do you think wears the Rolex Daytona the best? Would you buy a Rolex Daytona? Let us know in the comments below. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Megan. Please subscribe to our channel for more timepieces content, and like and share this video. And if you're interested in learning about the top 5 most wanted Rolex watches in the world, make sure to check out our next video. We'll be covering some of the most highly sought after timepieces in the world of luxury watches. So click and watch the next video right here.